Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to Islamic Echoes, where faith meets reflection. Today, we're diving into a concept so powerful, so liberating, that it has transformed lives for centuries. Tawakkul, or complete reliance on Allah. Imagine this: every hardship, every delay, every disappointment you've ever faced was never random. Every closed door, every lost opportunity was part of a divine script, written by the one who knows you better than you know yourself. The Prophet Muhammad beautifully explained that the believer is always in a win-win situation. If something good happens, they are grateful and that's good for them. If something difficult befalls them, they are patient and that too is good for them. This mindset is exclusive to the believer. Let that sink in. The believer is never truly defeated, because for them, even pain carries wisdom, even loss carries reward, and every test is an opportunity to elevate closer to Allah. Now, why is this mindset so rare today? Because we live in a world obsessed with control. We want to control outcomes, timelines, people, even the future. But true tawakkul teaches us something else. It invites us to do our part, but release control, to strive, but then surrender. Let me take you back to the stories we've all heard since childhood, but perhaps never deeply felt. Why us? Ufas betrayed by his own blood, thrown into a well, falsely accused, imprisoned. Yet he never gave up on Allah. He never said, "Why me?" Instead, he kept trusting, and in time, Allah elevated him to a position of power and reunited him with his family. Maryam as in pain, alone, delivering a child under a palm tree, yet her trust never wavered, and Allah provided her sustenance from the unseen. Musa as standing at the edge of the sea with Pharaoh's army closing in behind him. Most of us would have panicked, but Musa as said with certainty, "Indeed, my Lord is with me, he will guide me." And the sea split. This is tawakkul. Tawakkul is not weakness. It is not passive waiting. It is the strongest form of spiritual power. It says, "Ya Allah, I did what I could, now you take over." Too many people chase the dunya with desperation, thinking success, validation, peace all lie in worldly achievements. But the believer walks with dignity, knowing that rizq is already written and the future is already secured. When you embrace tawakkul, anxiety begins to fade. You stop comparing, you stop chasing approval, you stop doubting your path, because your eyes are not fixated on creation, but on the Creator. So what keeps our hearts so grounded in tawakkul? The answer is simple. We know Allah, we know His names, His attributes. He is our Rasak, the provider, Al-Hakim, the most wise, Al-Wakil, the one worthy of trust. He says in the Qur'an, "And whoever puts their trust in Allah, He is sufficient for them." Surah At-Talik 65-3. That means Allah is enough, not your job, not your friends, not your status. Allah is enough. Reflect on this. If Allah could part a sea, if He could bring water from stone, if He could save Yunus as from the belly of a whale, why would you ever think your problems are too big for Him? Subhanallah. How many times have you panicked when your plan fell apart, only to realize later that Allah was redirecting you to something better? That heartbreak, that job loss, that delay was all mercy disguised as pain. This is why scholars say, don't carry the worry of provision, it's from Allah. Don't carry the worry of the future, it's in the hands of Allah. Only carry the worry of your deeds, for they are what you'll be questioned about. The truth is, we are not in control. We never were. The sooner we accept that, the more peace we find. You can stop blaming yourself for things outside your control. You can stop obsessing over results, because the results were never yours to command. Tawakkul is also about timing. Sometimes we wonder why Allah is delaying our dua, but what we see as a delay, Allah sees as preparation. He may close a door today because He knows you're not ready to walk through it. He may withhold something because it would harm your faith, your family, or your akhirah. One of the most beautiful verses in the Qur'an reminds us, perhaps you hate a thing, and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you, and Allah knows, while you know not. Surah Baqarah 216. This is divine love. This is mercy beyond understanding. So what do we do when we're waiting? When we're in that in-between, where we don't know what comes next? We keep doing our part. We tie our camel, just as the Prophet taught us. We take action. We make dua. We consult. But deep down, we remain anchored in one truth. If Allah is with me, nothing can defeat me. And remember, when the world rejects you, when people walk away, when no one understands what you cry for in sujud, Allah knows, Allah hears, Allah responds. Now, let me ask you something. When things don't go your way, do you panic? Or do you pause and say, Ya Allah, I trust you? Do you complain to people? Or do you fall into sajda and complain to the one who can change your situation? That's where the strength of the believer lies. Tawakkul doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means you keep going despite the pain, because you trust the wisdom behind it. It means you walk into storms with the calmness of knowing the skies are controlled by your Lord. It means you say Alhamdulillah in hardship. You say Ya Allah, guide me in confusion. You say Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil when the burden feels too heavy. And when you live with that level of faith, something beautiful happens. You find peace. A peace that the dunya cannot touch. A peace that is rooted in your connection with the most merciful. Even if your world is falling apart, your heart remains firm. So my dear brothers and sisters, let's renew our tawakkul today. Let us turn back to Allah not only in our desperation but in our ease. Let's remember that Allah writes the best stories for those who rely on Him. And whenever you feel overwhelmed, say it with your heart wide open. Ya Allah, I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I trust you hold tomorrow. Before you go, if this reminder moved your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video. Help someone else rekindle their trust in Allah. Subscribe to Islamic Echoes for more deep reflections rooted in Quran and Sunnah. Comment below with I trust Allah if you're ready to walk with faith, not fear. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a soul-refreshing message. This is Islamic Echoes, where your heart meets its true direction. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.